But this radical left here, Christian, it has been so unhinged, and there's been so much weirdness from them. I was absolutely struck by Randi Weingarten, the president of the American Federation of Teachers, so in charge of educating everybody's kids. Randi had this to say on MSNBC.
There is a reason why in Norway, when the Nazis took over Norway, that's why I'm wearing this paperclip. I wear two things now: the American flag, nobody can take patriotism away from me, and a paperclip. What did the teachers in Norway do when there was the Nazi occupation? They started wearing paperclips.
So, Christian, this is part of this narrative here, and she's promoting a book called Why Fascists Fear Teachers. But this is part of this narrative here that, you know, the right are a bunch of fascists, they're a bunch of Nazis, and it seems to me this is really normalizing potential violence because, of course, if the right are fascists and Nazis, well, you know, what are you allowed to do in order to fight it? It seems shocking to me that somebody in charge of kids would be saying this.
Yeah, this really just a truly revolting person, and not just because of this, where she's actually engaging in projection. It's where someone doing something actually accuses someone else of doing it.
Yeah.
She is the one that's trying to stifle free speech by dehumanizing her opponent. She's the one refusing to engage in legitimate debate. If anyone's a fascist, it's she and her progressive friends. And it's just, you know, again, this person is supposed to be in charge of education, and what does this have to do with public school education other than convincing people we need to keep a closer eye on what's going on in public schools and with these government unions? So really beyond the pale what she is doing. And also, I mean, I don't think it's going to work. I think she's actually something that can help get Republicans elected, because it's clear that the progressives haven't learned a whole lot.
Yeah, no, it's just shocking. And also, I would say, and add a shocking insult, I think, to victims of the Holocaust to compare this administration to Nazis. But anyway, let's also keep talking here about what's happening on the left here. We've seen more fallout from the Jimmy Kimmel very brief suspension. There was exchange between Kimmel and another late-night host, Stephen Colbert, talking about Trump. Have a look at this.
Did you ever think the president of the United States would be celebrating your unemployment?
I mean, that son of a you know, is really unbelievable.
Mr. Son of a
I mean,
Mr. Son of a
His royal, yes. Yeah, no, I never imagined that we'd ever have a president like this, and I hope we don't ever have another president like this again. I mean, I never even imagined there would ever be a situation in which the president of our country was celebrating hundreds of Americans losing their jobs. There's somebody who took pleasure in that. That, to me, is the absolute opposite of what a leader of this country is supposed to be.
Christian, I thought the left celebrated when people they didn't like lost their jobs. What do you make of that?
Well, again, here's someone who has learned nothing from what's happened and from the political developments in this country, where the people have spoken clearly, and also two people who have really done a great job corrupting their profession, comedy, which is an important profession, actually, and of ruining what was a very simple cash cow, which was late-night television, which used to be soft humor and an occasional political jab delivered on both sides of the political aisle. I don't think Johnny Carson did much politics at all. Jay Leno and even David Letterman, who's a bona fide pinko now, when he helmed late night, wasn't that much into politics. And these two chased short-term games, going political in the Obama years and then in the early Trump years, actually got him a brief ratings bump and beat the competition. But if you look more broadly at late night as a whole, it's dead. It's gone away. People don't watch this. It's not actually funny. It's not humorous. It's not clever. Satire requires, you can't actually hate the people you satirize. I mean, no one thinks that Dana Carvey loved or voted for George H.W. Bush when he parodied him. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But you know, he parodied him so well because, yeah, I don't think you can hate the people you parody. These people clearly hate Republicans, and it's accelerating the demise of the incumbent networks in the U.S.
It's terrible for the culture, and I'll just point out, you know, Dana Carvey did do that great George Bush, but no one ever did Joe Biden, and he was pretty lampoonable as well. Thanks so much, Christian Whiton. Really appreciate your time.